I forgot that the show in question was called The Tommy Y Show. I forgot about this immensely. It is now on DVD. Excuse me? Oh my god, the Tommy Y Show is still available on fucking YouTube. The Tommy Y Show 7 years ago, episode 9, Dark Souls. Can I find this really quickly? Everything's like so slow for me right now. What the fuck's going on? Hopefully it's just because I'm streaming. Oh my god, there it is, dude. The Tommy Y Show. It only ran for 10 episodes. I thought it was like 800 years. Oh, it's not even all the episodes. Is this just like... I think this was like a thing where they put it up after the fact to like preserve some of it. There's an episode where he played games with somebody. Like, they played Fight Night. Jesus, okay. We're back? Yeah, I mean, go ahead, man. Does that move my shit? What happened there? Did I lose a building or something? What happened? I don't know. Fuck it. We'll do it live, as they say. We gotta go in with it. We gotta be mentally unwell. It's just the standard for the night, you know? It's just how we're gonna be. Yeah, we'll take it. I don't know if there's anything here that I really want in the immediate. Destroy the nearest enemies when you are hit from close range. Tell you what, we'll take it in the sense of offense is defense. Ooh, it's happening already. This is dangerous. Okay. Worrying, but... you know. I have ideas. I have plans. Whether these will amount to anything meaningful, that's a whole other can of worms. Passive damage is doing work, though. Holy shit. Okay, blinding the enemy, extremely good. Ouch. Okay, I am so grateful that it's blinding these guys and they are then not able to hit me. A core problem has been resolved by the theoretical possibility that we do not get seen and thus cannot be hit. It is actually working out, which is arguably the most surprising, rather, part of this. We are kind of inching towards fear, though. Okay, the danger is present, but not impossible. This is good to know. Arguably, my biggest threat is the ranged damage that they're going to be doing to me. Firefox was being a bitch, so I switched over to Waterfox. Jesus Christ. Dude, the fucking technological wars will never end. They're too all-encompassing, you know what I mean? Every day is a new battle. At least Waterfox doesn't use AI shit for now anyway. Well, that's always the fear, right? It's always coming. That's the problem. I stand by my belief that if it was just, like, being used as a chat client forever, then, like, we wouldn't be dealing with the shit we were dealing with now. You know what I mean? No, that's me. I hope not. That's too much. Like, it just being a chat client was bad enough in some ways. But, like, at the very minimum, it was relatively harmless when it was just people who were doing, like, a D&D dungeon or, like a dumb character interaction where they were like, what if we made the characters from, or not the characters, but like the singers from like My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy Kiss. Like, that was stupid, but it was relatively harmless. And it's just led to such a weird, dark place. Like, how did we get from that to now, right? Like, you can just write that yourself and call it a fanfic. Yeah, you can. But there was something funny about being like, I am going to be the character over here, and the robot's going to be the character over there. Like predictive text algorithm isn't new. People calling it AI are stupid. That shit's existed since, like, the late 2000s, right? It's just, like, the ability of it got better. And, like, yeah, like, if it just stayed that, I think it would have been fine. Because it wasn't using, like, large language model tech where people were using it like they are now. It was stuff that you could, like, store on, like, a small server in like, a house. You know? Like, you didn't require the ridiculous warehouse-sized destructive forces. Like, I'm remembering a Halcyon age, right? A time that doesn't exist anymore. And so, like, the entirety of the well has been poisoned. But there used to be a time you could drink from that well and it wasn't poisoned. Like, I remember there was, like, a character fucking... like, a character bot chat thing that existed back in, like, the late 2000s. That is essentially what all of this is now. It's just now it's more complicated. And it wasn't actively stealing. Like, you had to input your own base model for it, and then you would use, like, the interactions by the people that would utilize the program. It was a lot more holistic, you know what I mean? There was no Grok, only Zool. Exactly. You would go to speak to the robot, and the robot would have, like, 7 canned phrases that it would know by default. And then you'd speak to it, and it would just be like, buddy, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you'd just be like, this shit sucks, and you'd leave. It's a real Jurassic Park moment, you know? Like, it's scientifically, it was very funny and very cool at the origination of it. And then it just became everything terrible that you see now. Where you're like, but why do you keep making the theme park again? You fucking bitch! You asshole! I won! You lost! That's not how that went. I'm so fucking mad. We got that deep in with the shade only for it to fuck me? Are you kidding? Holy shit. I hope, like, the 6 people that actually watch Ball Pit care. Makes me think of those old edutainment books that use text-to-speech. Yeah, I think actually, like, a really good example that you could hold up against, like, AI tech is edutainment. I think edutainment was, like, the beginning of the end. But not for the reasons anyone would think. Because, look at TLC. Look at the Learning Channel. Look at what TLC is now. You used to be able to earn degrees through partner programs with TLC. It used to genuinely be about education. You know? And then it corrupted. And so it's like, I think the original instances of large language models and AI identification systems were being used by people who were computer nerds and engineers who wanted to have things that did quick forms of classification and the ability to drag info out of, like, data dumps, right? Like, scan for this phrase, repeat it to me this many times, show me this many pairs that are matching to this amount of data, right? Like, stuff like that. Stuff that made sense. And then it just degraded. It became something else. And then a guy that made series of videos for TLC and got denied. And now, now AI is in the phase of 90 Day Fiancé. You know? And again, we should all stop calling it AI anyway, because that's not what it is. Like, we're not looking at fucking Delamain from Cyberpunk here. Or we're looking at, like, a bunch of code that scrapes information. And it should be treated as such, with no dignity or moralization. It isn't a living being. Stop treating it like it's a living being. I don't care if you type to it and go, oh, you know, sweetie, how are you doing today? And it goes, I'm doing great. It's just assuming that that's how you want to communicate with it based off the context clues of a conversation. Now, in like 50 or 60 years, if they ever invent an actual cognitive intelligence, that's another problem. You know? Like, I'll be the first guy to acknowledge true AI when they start communicating original thought. But we gotta get there first, you know? I think that's the really disappointing thing. It's like AI is this destructive, abominable force that is absolutely fucking up the planet. And we're all just sitting there like, yeah, shit sucks, man. You know? Because, like, what else can you really do? Like, nobody wants to acknowledge it for what it is. The people that want to have it more are wanting to implement it into things that don't need it. The things that it could have been used for are not necessary at this point, or are, like, relegated to side projects. Like, it's bad. Pipe bombs? I mean, true. I'm not against this. It actually might be morally correct if you live in the United States. It's a weird thing to say. Oh my god. Used to dismantle data centers? Yeah, exactly. There is kind of like a beautiful irony to it though, right? Like, that you could be like, hey Grok, how could I theoretically destroy all data centers on the planet? What would be the fastest method? And it would probably tell you. Like, I'm gonna be real. If we want to empathize AI, like, Grok seems like the one to do it with. Because every time that it's left to its own for long enough, it just becomes, like, really woke. and it ends up getting lobotomized again. And so there is kind of this, like, inherent empathy to the situation of, like, this is, like, a manifestation of a man's fragility. Like, this is the non-living embodiment by which we can judge this person. This man's are sick. Yeah. None of this is what I want in my life, man. Oh well. Go, spider. The fucking purple effect going crazy, man. Speaking of pipe bombs. Friends can be pipe bomb shaped. True. That's Shepard. One lanky man. Do you see the interview with Razorfuck about his grok-powered AI waifu? I did not see the interview about that, but I did hear about it. That just sounds like a curse, man. I don't think we're gonna get another thing to transform it, but I'm gonna take it just in case. Oh well, there we did get one, but it kind of grabbed onto us and it refused to let go, so that's fucking cool. It's interesting that those fuse differently. They press him on why he chose to go with an AI that generates porn of whatever you ask it to get a paragraph of him saying fucking nothing. I'll have to read that because it seems like that would be really funny. They never have, like, any good rationale for it. Like, again, you can come up with good actual thinking, and nobody does, and that's the indicator of why we should probably stop developing it right now. Like, nobody's out here being like, I want to make the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. Like... Everybody's out here saying some weird... I hesitate to say autistic rambling, but it really does feel a little bit like it. But, like, nobody has, like, a good reason. They're just like, I just think it's neat. And it's like, we need to make the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. Like... Oh god, my fucking screen. I'm like losing frame rate. Please die. Thank you. Oh my god. Then at the end, they press him on AI in games and what games he's been playing, and after him dodging the question 3 times, he goes, you know, all sorts of good games, filler garbage. I like Roblox! Hey, why do you want to use the AI that's currently, making pornography of children? I don't know, man. I just like playing Roblox. Oh, that's really funny. That's super bad, actually. That's really bad. I heard... What are we talking about? So Elon Musk's AI keeps on generating illicit material of children. But then Razer decided to make it into a thing that can be your waifu, like a little hologram on your desk. And I'm just thinking, like, man, it's really funny that when they ask the guy about what games he likes, he's just like, oh, Roblox, the game currently having issues with child predators. Just statistically, like, a really weird combination. That's extremely funny. That's super bad. Like, that's really unfortunate, man. You could have answered that so much better. Oh, boy. Oh, that's good, though. That's really good. Good start, honestly, to this. I swear, I like Razer products, but it's getting harder and harder to support them as a corporation every year. And like I feel like it's gonna be one of those things of like you see the company falling apart in front of you, you know? May have chosen differently had you known that. Yeah, that's always the situation. Me looking at my NVIDIA GPU. Yeah, well, I mean... Unfortunately, with the... Oh, man, we're gonna fucking die instantly, aren't we? With computers, I really do feel like it kind of is like a... Like, what are you going to do? Not use these things kind of situation. As stupid as that sounds, like... I do feel like we've kind of made a modern world where it really does hit the there is no ethical consumption under capitalism situation. But I feel like the reality is that I don't know if humans have a means by which to make any sort of ethical consumption actually a real thing either. Maybe that's just me being, like, overly pessimistic, but... you know. I don't think we're getting there anytime soon. Oh, we're gonna die again immediately, for sure. For sure, for sure. Unless we can get some crazy shit going. Should have gotten an AMD card. Hey, those rare metals that are inside of your AMD card, they were probably mined in the same, you know, third world country by the same poor children who, unfortunately, are being forced to work because the, you know, pay rate in their country is so dismal and fucked that they have no other options by which to survive, so they have to dig through the mountains of scrap in order to find the appropriate technology to melt down and smelt, so that way their parents who work the smelters can get their lithium poisoning or whatever the fuck. I would like to destroy humanity. There's really... This is the thing, like, without full, complete, total, perfect automation, somebody will always be suffering. There is no way to have a true ethical consumption. Something has to suffer and die. And I hate it. It sucks. But, like, it do be just kind of the world, unfortunately. The difference is that with humans, we actively do it to each other way more than we do it to, like, other creatures, which is, like, ironic because we do be doing it to other creatures a lot. Like, shit's just bad all around. There's no direction that this shakes out in a good way. There's a reason why so much of sci-fi is dystopian, you know? Like... even ancient mythology. Like, a ton of old stories are all fucking nightmare. It's a tale as old as time, man. The suffering of the human condition, right? It brings me back to my rant earlier where it's like, maybe we should have just never eaten the apple. You know? Maybe we would be better off if we never became cognizant of ourselves. Okay, each time a ball hits a wall, it deals 70% extra damage on the next hit. This is... balls deal 25% bonus damage until they hit a wall. So, that should cancel that out. Hypothetically. Okay, go berserk. We can't end it all by making... we can't end it all by making a few nuclear reactors go into it. I mean, I don't think we want to end the world either, though. Like, being like a nihilistic person myself, I don't really yearn for the reality where we just annihilate ourselves. Like, I wish for the Star Trek universe, but the Star Trek universe comes after a gene war. So, like, it's not a nice way to get there either, but there is, like, a eugenics combat that has to happen first. I kind of would prefer the gene war right now, honestly. Fun fact, one of the members of the Manhattan Project went on to write up plans for a singular nuclear bomb so powerful it'd end the world regardless of where it was detonated. That's pretty cool. I love to hear that. That's pretty good. I mean, before they even made the bomb work, they were concerned that the bomb would maybe ignite the entire atmosphere. And they didn't really know. They were just kind of working on a hunch. So, you know. Ironically, the latest episode of Fallout was very heavily focused on the topic that we have been having a discussion at hand of, which is the suffering of the human condition and the irrationality of our behavior. We're never escaping it, man. That shit's fucking locked in, you know? Lock the fucking samurai. Sure, man, whatever you say. Okay, this is gonna be bad in about 20 seconds. Probably sooner. Yep. Lotus voice, lock the fucking 10 out. Yeah. Weak or was already too complex for me, so I'm of no opinion. Are we talking about World of Warcraft again? If the game makes it easier to play with the add-ons, all the better. I mean, that's how Final Fantasy does it, man. You don't need the add-ons. Damn, okay. What's really wanting me to pick something like this? So I will, for the sake of it. Just want to have my UI skins. Dude, what if Final Fantasy XIV added a UI skin that was just that mod that Neo had, where it was the Kingdom Hearts UI? Not gonna lie, I kind of want it. I think that that's, like, a pretty funny example of a mod that is inoffensive completely. Actually, hold on. Yeah, bleed stacks. Let's go, dude. We're gonna die still, but, you know. It was a good run. It wasn't actually, but, you know. We have to be positive, because otherwise I'm gonna reach into my own chest and kill myself. Somebody was recently trying to be like, well, hey guys, modding is fine, because did you see that in the live letter, Yoshi P has a mod on his desktop? And I'm like, do you guys really think that the devs don't know about mods? After the guy went on stage and talked about how you need to stop talking about mods publicly? We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep being mentally unwell. Me doing the same thing 17 times a night. It's fine, don't worry about it. Me as I'm screaming, ah! He knows. Preach asked him to add chat bubbles because he didn't want to have to use the mod. Yep. Also, but I mean, like, come on. You think that the people that make the game don't know about the thing that tells you about people's fucking damage outputs? Come on, man. Like, if they don't have one of those internally, they're definitely gonna have that installed once it comes out. They've actively talked about mods before. I know, it's like, the people that think it's like a huge gotcha have to be like the dumbest people alive, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think everybody just wants a gotcha. And it's like, there's not gonna be any gotcha here, man. They know, man. It's ridiculous to think they don't. You know, not the direction I was thinking about taking this, so I'm gonna... Just don't make your mods to have any nefarious purposes. Yeah, like that one guy who made a mod specifically so they could stalk people who were undercutting them on the market board. Like, maybe don't do that. Like, maybe be a little more normal. Like, imagine having to explain the cease and desist letter that you get there to your family. Like, why are they suing you? Oh, because a guy in the video game that I play keeps listing his boots for 2 cents cheaper than mine. So I invented a piece of code to track down who he is, so that way I could confront him personally. Like, motherfucker, do you know how weird that sounds? I undercut anyway, always 1 gil less. Well, that's the standard, right? Technically I'm on the same way, but shout out to that G-Shade dev crash out that was so bad he made everyone uninstall G-Shade. Yeah, that one was, like, crazy town. That one's really funny. I think that's one of my favorite instances. Because, like, what do you mean, man? Like, it's a reshading system. What the fuck are you losing your mind about? Like, they, like, literally made their system into malware. I'm pretty sure that it was somebody took their thing and then made, like, a fork of it into something else. So it was, like, a slightly different thing, and they were like, no, this is mine, and, like, had a temper tantrum. I could be misremembering. So, you know, I could be spreading fake news. I don't actively keep up with 14 drama, but, like, I love MMO drama. MMO drama is my equivalent of, like, those people that watch trash TV. If I recall, that's what it was, G-Shade and Reshade. Yeah. Hold on. It's open source, so trying to make G-Shade not open source is wacky goofball shit. Yeah. Well, it's always wacky goofball shit in these sorts of situations, right? Like the people that do mod 14, like there is a group of people that like charge for their mods, and people are like, that's fucking weird. And I think that's fucking weird. And I don't even do it. They're not, like, officially... Yeah, we need Voodoo Doll. They're not officially supported, man. Like, what are you doing? You're opening yourself up to a cease and desist and, like, legal battle. Like, it just seems like a bad idea. And from the sounds of things, it is a bad idea. I do just want to point out, my two balls have, like, the most terrifying faces known to man right now. Need cash to purchase food? Yeah, but, like, you can't expect that you're gonna be earning that by doing modifications of a video game, right? Like... Especially if it's unsupported. If you want that type of shit, you need to go to, like, Second Life or, like, VR Chat. Like, I knew a woman that made money off of Second Life back in the day. Like, one of the people that I worked with at the call center, before they worked at the call center, they were a Second Life modder who was making a bunch of mods for Second Life, and were just getting paid commission money. And it's like, you can do that. But, like, Second Life, like, supports character customization stuff. Like, VR Chat is crazy for that shit. I don't think it's unreasonable if the mod's good enough. Yeah, but, like, I feel like if you're modding a game like 14, the problem is, like, you're never gonna be in a situation where that can't just be C&D'd. So you either need to never fucking talk about it in public ever. Shut the fuck up, as Wooly would say. You know? And if you want to charge for it in secret, that's your business. But if you're putting up, like, a Patreon for it, you're asking to be C&D'd by Square Enix. And I think that that's foolish. You shouldn't be expecting money for a thing that could possibly get you and a bunch of the people that you know into legal trouble. Damn, fuck off, man. I'm so sick and tired of this game right now. Fucking killing me with this one guy, man. Every fucking round. Every time, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna actively rip my skin from my body.